Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So Aquarius, you guys got the goose. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. What I'm getting with this, and what I like about this card, is that it's really true how as a society we're not expected to like take a break, right? Like what do we get? What do you get at a 9 to 5? I'm pretty sure it's like 2 weeks vacation, right? Literally, like that's it. Of an entire year. So what I'm getting with this is like, I think there's something that you want to move on towards, or like again, like you don't want to stay in one spot, or you think like, again, like I have to keep going, like there's this constant need to like keep going, right? Keep working. And maybe I feel like some of you are moving on from one like chapter to another, so like you're ending something and doing something else, right? That's what I'm getting. Like, I don't know in what, but I feel something kind of ending and something also beginning, right? Which makes sense because the spring is coming, and you know, we're going from the end of winter to the beginning of spring. So that's kind of what I'm feeling with your energy. Like there's something maybe new that you want to take on. There's something that you want to do, but the thing is, like, we're told again, like you can't take a break. Like let's just say you want to take like an hour break, right? We're told, like, you know, that whole hour you spend anxious because you're not working, right? Like I've been there so many times where like I'm taking a break and I can't even take a break fully because my mind is just anxious, right? So they're telling you, like, even if it's an hour, right? It can even be like, no, it doesn't have to be that long, but it has to be a break that you take before you like start onto this next chapter in your life. So yeah, what I'm getting with the goose is that the best thing that you can do right now is just to take a rest, right? Or try to implement like rest into your day every single day, right? Like an hour break or something. Or if you take your lunch, like take a real lunch, right? Like don't do work while you eat, right? But yeah, that's what I'm getting, Aquarius. Like you need a break. You need to take some time out. I feel like some of you are trying to do something new, but you need rest before you start that. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull some cards. So Aquarius, I feel like this reading is about someone who's facing their karma right now. And I feel like they're trying to tell you that you were warned many times. And like, that's kind of how the universe works. They put like two paths in front of you at all times. There's always like many different routes that you can take, right? But I feel like the reason that you took a certain route, right? A reason that you went a certain way was out of like impatience. It was out of not believing. It was out of like being, you know, highly reactive and not taking like a moment to think, right? So I feel like the reason that you reacted and the reason that you didn't like have any faith at the time was because you were hurt, you know, or you were scared. And I understand that, right? When you're hurt or when you're scared, you're not necessarily like in your right frame of mind to be making decisions. But that's what I feel like happens here. I feel like someone here, instead of putting faith in the universe, right? Instead of listening to the scribe, right? Which is like the universe, your higher self, the divine, right? And these are all your guardian angels, everyone trying to help you out, right? And instead of listening to like everybody here, I feel like somebody just opposed that energy, right? Like somebody was just like, you know what? It could even be yourself, right? Like you have this feeling like maybe you shouldn't do that, but you do it anyway because you're like, whatever, I don't care, right? Like, again, it's like a reaction out of fear. So I feel like you moving in this way has kind of led you to some sort of karma. And I don't think like you understood that until right now, right? Because you have the Tower here. So I feel like instead of, you know, instead of divine timing, instead of allowing divine timing to happen, I feel like you just like ran into something, right? Or ran out of something, right? Because the Four of Wands can talk about a relationship or the ending of a relationship. And I feel like here with the Two of Cups in reverse, it could have been the ending of a relationship with a soulmate. But what I'm getting with this Nine of Wands in reverse is like, it wasn't what it seemed to be, but also like your reaction to everything and your reaction to the breakup and your reaction to like what happened here. Also, like, again, you just wanted to put the burden down, but what I'm getting with this is like, there was more to this than you know, right? Like, this was not just a simple like relationship. This was a sort of soulmate relationship. And what I'm getting with this is like, when the ending happened, or whatever happened with this person, I feel like somebody just ran away, or somebody just, you know, acted impulsively and reacted to like the situation, and you had all these people like trying to guide you and help you. I feel like angels, like spirit guides, you know, everyone was trying to help you, but I don't think you could see them at that time. You weren't like reacting to them because I feel like you weren't noticing them, right? So someone here just like reacted. And what I'm getting with the Tower and the Four of Wands in reverse is like, this was a surprise to you, but also like, I just get like, it was a surprise that it happened, but at the same time, there was something that was like, you felt so good releasing this, right? Like, you felt better releasing it, but what I'm getting with that is like regret, right? It's regret, because like at the end of the day, you really wanted to release this soulmate. Like, something happened with the Tower here where you want, or like, I'm going to release this person. I don't want them in my life. Like, I'm done with this person. But what I'm getting with this is like, everything wasn't what it seemed to be. And instead of you investigating it, or again, it's like, I don't know. It's like when you hear a rumor, right? And then you're like, you know what? I'm done with that person, right? Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not listening to rumors. I don't want rumors flying around. But at the end of the day, there was like more to the story than you got, right? So instead of like listening to this person talk, or listening to your higher self, or giving this person a chance, I feel like you just like fled, right? And now what I'm getting with this is like, after this relationship, you should have taken a break, right? Like, the break should have happened maybe right here, right? You took a break and you just, you know, took your time and tried to like, you know, fix whatever it was that you felt happened to you. Because obviously when a breakup happens, I feel like we're all a little bit like shifty and we're all over the place. But I feel like somebody here just like ran possibly into another relationship. And that's what I'm getting with this read. It's like, believing that there is no such thing as divine timing, believing that, you know, things don't happen for a reason, believing that like there is no such thing as coincidences, like just believing that you have the ultimate say and the ultimate power at the end of the day, and like this has nothing to do with the divine, right? And like just kind of like messing up completely, because I feel like then instead of listening to your own intuition, you run yourself into some sort of like a karmic situation. Because I have the Queen of Wands here, and I have like the way that you're feeling in the relationship with this Queen of Wands. So you could be with this person now, or you might be getting out of the relationship with this person. But I feel like with the Hangman and the Four of Swords, I feel like the Hangman is here specifically to hold you here with this person, right? Like the Hangman is when the divine puts you in a situation so that, you know, the divine themselves will stall you, right? That's why it's funny that you think like the divine has nothing to do with your decisions and the divine isn't there to help you. Meanwhile, like the divine is exactly, I feel like the divine was behind putting you with this karmic because they wanted you to feel like this with this Four of Swords. Because I feel like at the end of the day, when you were free to do what you needed to do for yourself, and when you were given like every opportunity to maybe fix things with a soulmate, or, you know, to find a new soulmate, like someone who is actually worth this Two of Cups, right? Like somebody who is, you know, destined to be with you. I feel like you ran around and like just reacted and found anybody. And I feel like this was all divinely planned. And that's why it's funny, because like I feel like you don't believe in the divine, and I feel like you don't really believe in these higher powers trying to like fix the situation for you. But what I'm getting is like they're the ones that orchestrated this whole thing, because with the Queen of Fire and the Hangman and then the Wheel right here, it's like, yeah, they wanted to like stimulate something within you so that you would realize like what, maybe again, the difference between a soulmate, a real soulmate, and like a karmic, right? And now what's interesting with this person is like there's no balance in the situation, and you're not confused. You know like what this is. Like I feel like now you understand who the person is that you're dealing with, right? And now it's just up to you on like what you're gonna do, right? But I feel like when you had the opportunity to like get help from the divine, when you had the opportunity to go towards something really beautiful, you weren't like open to it, right? And now you're open to it, but you're in a situation with this person, or you're just breaking up with this person. I feel like some of you might have broken up with this person, and some of you might still be with this person, but it's like you're moving from relationship to relationship. You're just reacting. So the reason that they put you in this relationship with this karmic to this masculine is because, again, I think it's to help you believe in the fact that like there are different types of partners, right? I see like there's a huge difference between like a Two of Cups person and a Queen of Fire, right? Like there's a huge difference between like actual wish fulfillment and, you know, I don't even know what this is, like imbalance and confusion and someone trying to leave you confused, right? Like there's a difference between like the relationship you were in and the relationship you headed towards. And the fact that you couldn't see that at that time just shows like how much you were just reacting. And that's why I feel like the goose is coming up, because when we're making decisions in our life for ourselves, you can't just be like reacting and running around, especially when it comes to love, you know? Like you can't just be like, yeah, it's nice to fall in love. It's nice to have like love at first sight. It's nice to like have someone to depend on, but at the same time it's like, who are you getting into bed with? You know what I mean? Like, who are you sharing your home with? Who are you allowing into your house? Who are you sharing your space with? Who are you sharing your energy with? Like, who are you exchanging energy with at the same time? Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is an unfortunate lesson for you, because I feel like, again, there should have been a pause here, and now there should be a pause after this karmic, right? Like there has to be pauses in your life, and maybe a pause is like just being single for a while. Maybe a pause is being given to you so that when the next time they give you, like when the next time they show you this ace, right? The next time this is presented to you, you can actually go and take it, right? But you need to have breaks and pauses in between people. You have to have breaks and pauses in your life. And with the intuition card, I feel like these are the higher things that you're supposed to have been, like you're supposed to have faith in the divine. You're supposed to have faith in yourself. You're supposed to use your intuition. You're supposed to like ask for help from the divine. You're supposed to use your higher self to like communicate, right, to the you right now. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you doing the right thing? Like, what are you doing? Like, again, this all speaks to me of like these higher energies trying to help you through times that I feel like you just don't understand, or like you don't take a break, so then you don't see these powers working, right? It's like when you have synchronicities happening at all times, but you have no idea what that is, or you have no time to notice it. So I feel like a breakup probably happened with this Queen of Wands, and now I feel like it's time for you to take a break, right? I feel like you want to move into a new relationship, and I feel like that's obviously not the thing you should do. You should take a break. Let's see. I want to know what happened between you and this Queen of Wands. I'm assuming you're going to break up with them, but I don't know if you have already. Let's see if you did. Okay, yeah. So I feel what's going on with this person, right? I feel like you're going to have a conversation with this person and then free yourself, right, from the karmic. With the King of Swords and the Fool, this is you, right? You're moving forward into a new direction. You're moving on with your life. And this is the person that I feel like you want to go towards. I feel like it could be an old soulmate or a new soulmate, you decide. But we have a true pair, right, with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. This is a person that, again, this could have been the person from the past, or this could be a new person. But this is the person that you actually want to put in time with the Nine of Coins. And I just feel like you're not ready yet, because with the Three of Wands and Judgment, again, this is what you're supposed to be learning. Like, I think your lesson here is, again, it's bigger than just like allowing anyone into your house. It's bigger than just like, you know, dating from person to person to person. There's like a bigger issue here, right? And I feel like the bigger thing here is not only just an activation of like the higher chakras, because this all feels like higher chakra activity, like intuition, the scribe, faith. This feels like, you know, listening to your third eye, listening to your crown, like receiving things from your crown chakra, listening to your third eye, speaking, right? We have a lot about like speaking, right? That's a higher chakra. And that's what I feel like is going. It's like not only an activation of higher chakra is supposed to be happening here, and not only like learning the difference in relationships, that not all relationships are the same, right? But also the fact that like there is an army behind you, right? Like there is people behind you trying to help you. There is, like, just because you cannot see the other realm and other like dimensions doesn't necessarily mean that no one's there, right? So I feel like maybe your entire life you might have like doubted it, or you just question it, but you don't necessarily put a lot of time into it. There is definitely someone here trying to help you through this whole cycle. And I feel like that's another thing that you need to understand. It's like not only an activation of the higher chakras, right, so that you can understand and decipher between people, but it's also like when you come to the 3D, you're not necessarily amongst friends, right? Like you're not necessarily amongst friends. And I think that's something else you have to learn. Like, you have to be more careful, Aquarius, because I feel like there's a part of you that's just very kind and very nurturing, and you want everyone to just like have a great time around you, and you want everyone to feel safe, and like there's like a nurturer that I feel like that you are. But at the same time, you have to be more I don't know what the word is, but you have to be more protective, I guess, of yourself, create more boundaries with people. And again, I feel like this is all for an activation of higher chakras right now. So I feel like, again, the crown chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, like these are the chakras that have to be activated so that you can, again, maneuver through the 3D a little bit more carefully, and also just like more smart, right? Is that even a word? Yeah. But I feel like this is the true person that you're supposed to be with. This is the person you're gonna put time into. But these are the things that you have to realize before you set out. Like, this is what the break is for, right? Like Judgment in reverse and the 3 wands in reverse. That is what the break is for. Like, you're not supposed to set out until you see all of these things, right? So you need the activations to happen, right? How do you activate this energy? I feel like it's by freaking resting. I feel like it's by taking a break. Like, again, the goose is literally telling you to just chill the out, right? Like, take a break. Just like, don't do anything. What does that mean? Like, sit in your bed and just stay there. Go outside, go to the park and lay on the floor. Go take your dog for a walk. Like, do something that's gonna make you really not do anything, so that you can enable this energy to come through, because this is the energy that has to come through so that you don't make these types of mistakes again. I just see, again, you don't have to look at it as a mistake. You can look at it as like a learning experience, right? But again, you have to learn something from these experiences. And what you don't get is there's so much more at play here. Like, there's so much more that you don't see, right? So there's a higher activation of like energy happening here for you. And that's what should be happening, right? Like, that's what should, the energy, you're turning the wheel, you're getting out of a karmic cycle. Like, these are big energies that are happening for you. Again, I think you're very decisive about this person. Look what you have with them. You have the 10 of coins, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So I feel like you want to make an apology to this other person, right? This 2 of Cups person that you left behind. But the thing is, Aquarius, is like, this is a beautiful read. Like, this is a beautiful energy. But you have to allow, like, after the first breakup, when you broke up with this person in the beginning, right? This 2 of Cups in reverse, it could be this Queen of Swords in reverse, like your soulmate, right? When you had this breakup with this person, right? That is when all this energy could have been like eased in, right? But you didn't take a break here. So you moved on to someone else really quickly. And what I'm getting with this, and even if you didn't move on quickly, you didn't allow for the activations to happen. Like, boom, 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 boom. You didn't allow for it to happen, right? So your heart was probably blocked. How can the activations happen if your heart is blocked, right? That's like right in the middle of your body, you're cut off, right? So these never were allowed to happen. Then you let someone else in. And now, again, you have to take a time. You have to take the time. I'm like not even speaking English right now. You have to take the time to allow for the energies to like happen for you. You have to allow for the activations to happen. You have to allow, again, the heart can't be blocked. So that's probably what happened here. Like, there was a block in the heart and then you just moved on. And I don't care, like, if you're like, oh, I gave it years before I got back with someone else. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you weren't necessarily healed. Your heart was probably blocked and this didn't happen. None of these activations happened. So now you're getting another chance. And with the wheel turning, it's like, again, I just feel like you're not ready until you take the break, because the activations are so important. Like, they're just so important. So yeah, Aquarius, take the time to like move into, yeah, I see you want to make an apology. I see you want to like go towards this person. I see like a lot of moves that you want to make, and they're all beautiful moves. But trust me, it's so much better to take the time to do this, right? Before you move forward. I want to read what the goose says, because I feel like they say it better than me, like why you should take a break. The irony of this is that by resting and conserving your energy, you can actually mobilize your internal resources for the next cycle of work and accomplish that much more. In this fast-paced world with all of its pressures that impinge upon you, it's difficult to take regular periods of time off. Yet it's critical to your health and well-being to do so. Yeah, it helps your body recover from the stress and strain of your most recent activities. Sleep in, get a massage, spend time playing with a friend, take a salt bath, get out of town and explore the woods. Anything that will bring you peace of mind. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, you need to take this time to rest, so that I feel like these are all the activations with the Judgment card and the 3 of Wands. It's like, yeah, you'll see clearer as you go forward if these activations have happened, right? And again, maybe you weren't able to allow this energy to take place because you were heartbroken. I don't feel like you're heartbroken from this Queen of Wands. I just feel like you're exhausted. So it's more of an energy of like, you know, fixing like the energy within you before you make any moves. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull in Divine Feminine. Yeah, it's so funny that you guys have Khadija, the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Yeah, I think the issue of like running from person to person to person, yeah, it could have to do with heartbreak, but I feel like there's this need that you have within you for someone to fulfill something. And that's why I'm getting like, you're supposed to be able to fulfill all those needs on your own before you reach out to this other person. So I feel like that's another reason for the break. It's not only for these activations, but I feel like these activations will help you understand that you don't necessarily need anybody. Like, you have everything going for you. Everything that you are is enough. Like, you don't necessarily need to be in a relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Those things that those people fulfill for you, like those parts of you that are empty, that you feel like someone needs to fulfill, like, oh, like I hate sleeping alone, like I just can't be alone, like, you know, that's what you need to do. You have to be alone, right? Because there's something going on where you feel like, you know, like someone will fill that void, and what you need to do is be filling it yourself before you move on to the soulmate. So I feel like the breakup in the first place with the soulmate was so that you could take that time out, so that you could fill those empty spaces within you, so that you wouldn't have a problem in the future. But what I feel like is like someone here, right? I wouldn't call it a waste of time. I would call it, again, everything happens for a reason, right? So you met this other person, right? Your heart is not blocked now. I don't feel like a heart problem here. I feel like, again, a need to rest so that you see like why you moved the way you moved, right? And okay, so I moved from one person to another. Why did I do that? Right? Or I moved from one person to another, but my heart was not necessarily healed. Why did I do that? Okay, like maybe I need to take time for myself to heal. Maybe I need to take time for myself to like do this, that, whatever. Feel good alone before you move on with someone else. Like, that's what I'm getting. The main thing here is like, you have to be able to fulfill all those needs that you have and those voids that you have by yourself before you move on to the soulmate. Because again, there's a reason for the separation in the first place with the first person, right? And then there's a reason, again, that you got put with a karmic afterward, right? So now it's like, either you want to head back to this soulmate or you want to go towards your true soulmate, whatever it is. I feel like this is going to be the end of dating for you, to be honest, if you get with this new person, but, or, you know, the same person from the past, whoever this person is, like, they seem to be the right person for you, and you have a lot of love for this person, right? And you want to set up shop with this person. Like, this is the person you want to be with for the rest of your life. I feel like with the apology card, it is this person from the past. But what you have to understand is, like, again, you have to fill those voids within you before you move on to this person, because you don't want to end up breaking up again. Right? You don't, whatever made you feel like insufficient with this person, or made you feel like, again, there was something here with this tower, like it made you feel like you had no choice but to leave. But what I'm getting with this is like, if you were a fully like integrated person with everything going for like these activations happening and your intuition and your higher self working, maybe this would have never happened in the first place. Do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe the separation wouldn't have been the way it went. Like maybe this karmic would have never been involved. Do you know what I'm saying? Like things would have been different if you would have taken that pause. So right before you go to this person, because I already see you making moves to go to this person, right? You have decided on this person. That's great. If this person is meant for you, they're meant for you. What's the harm in taking a couple months to like fix all the shit, right? Like I don't see a problem. If this person is still there when you're done with the healing, then they're obviously meant for you. And if it's been this much time and you've already been with another person and you've been in a karmic relationship and this person is still available, then obviously I feel like this person is for you. So stop thinking like, oh my God, I have to run in and get this person because someone's going to take them. Yeah, my doorbell just rang. That's literally what you're thinking. Like, oh, someone's going to take them. I got to like snatch them up real quick. No, heal first. This person will most likely be there if they are meant to be with you. So yeah, Aquarius, take some time. I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.